So basically, Google, you could have just said, I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making up some vague thing. Hey y'all, and welcome to Hot Chocolate Chat. Today I'm drinking a hot chocolate from Starbucks. I'm about to head to San Antonio, and I want to talk about who named the continents. I'm headed to San Antonio for an Air Force Wing Moms conference, and that's an annual meeting where some of the admins and I get together and some of us meet for the first time. We were talking yesterday about the Pacific Northwest and how I wanted to name something like, why don't we say like the Atlantic Northeast? Well, Kelsey messaged me back and she's like, I've never heard of the PNW. And I'm like, what? And possibly I have heard of it because a lot of my kids live there. So, could be. Has anybody else never heard of the PNW, the Pacific Northwest? And also, Noreen from at Noreen's Nest messaged me and she was like, I just want to live inside your head for a little bit, and enjoy the ride. So Noreen, this one's for you because this is kind of like an insider look at how the brain's working. So when I talked about the Pacific Northwest, I got to thinking the Pacific and then the continents, and then I'm like, who named them? I mean, who got that distinction? I named my kids, so I named my kids, but I didn't name a continent. I, of course, Googled it, and Google said that the continents were named in classical times. And so then I was like, well, what does that mean? Because I don't know when that was. And so that was apparently in ancient Greece in the 5th and 4th centuries BC. Which I don't even... So basically, Google, you could have just said, I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making up some vague thing. And Google also said that Ferdinand Magellan came to the Pacific Ocean in 1520 and he named it Mar Pacifico or something like that. Anyway, that's kind of what goes on in my head. I just think of Pacific Northwest. I'm like, well, who named it the Pacific? And then I'm like, who named the continents? And then I just Google stuff. So Noreen, that's how it works inside my head. I just think of something and then it goes on a little rabbit trail thing, an adventure. That's what I want to talk about today. Do you know who named the continents? Did you know what classical times were? Did you know who named the Pacific Ocean? Let me know in the comments. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's sideofawesome, and on Instagram and YouTube, it's Our Gray House. But just don't follow me in real life, though, because that's creepy.